Someone in the collective, you are experiencing a nerve-wracking, maybe, but very beautiful period of transition, transformation. Spirit is giving you a higher vantage point on who you are, your love, the love you have for yourself. It's like you're clearing things, you're clearing negative energy, you're letting go of things that no longer serve you, and you have a very promising future. Okay, so I'm not going to hold up the energies. Welcome in, collective, and I hope you enjoy the reading, and I'll see you on the other side. What's good, collective? How is everybody doing? Hope you're doing well, feeling good. All right, y'all, we back at it again. But it looks like I have someone here in the collective. It feels like you are really, you're really enjoying this new version of you. You're really enjoying this person that you're becoming. You're enjoying exploring manifestation. You're enjoying exploring this access you have to maybe parallel realities or the universe in a general broad sense. It feels like someone is learning how to stretch out in their energy and really work the energy, that they don't have to constrict themselves, they don't have to contract themselves, that they can expand and grow and explore. I love this energy. In the situation we have expand, it's your own responsibility to expand instead of just contracting. You could have possibly in the past kind of like been conditioned to minimize yourself, to shrink in the presence of other people or in certain environments. But it feels like you're unlearning that, or you are mastering, when to expand, how much in given environments or around certain people, or how much of yourself to show. And it's not out of fear or insecurity, it's out of understanding your energy. Okay, and the desired goal, it says, I'll be at the other end of the universe acting strange. I just got this deck, so this is a new deck, y'all. Okay, so I may read what that card means, but what it means to me is that someone spends quite a bit of time in meditation. You may be lucid dreaming a lot. You're traveling spiritually. You're exploring your imagination. Okay, and the conflict we have, I am brand new. So there could be some tension. You're still learning about these new aspects of yourself. You could be tapping into new frequencies, deities, spirit guides, teachers, things of that nature could be coming in and really working with you to help you kind of master your energy, know thyself type energy, right? So there could be a little bit of tension there because you're still learning. You're still expanding, you're still exploring, and you're still growing. I mean, I feel like we all are, so this reading will probably apply to a lot of us, okay? Now, in the change position, we have relax. It's still just the loading screen. So if you've been feeling anxious or hyper even in the spirit, maybe a lot of excitement around you right now, you're looking at the world around you differently. It's like somebody's been given a whole new way of looking at their life, of looking at their being and who they are and what they want to contribute to humanity, what offering you want to make here, okay? So spirit is wanting someone to kind of relax, because there's some things that are still there's some downloads that are still loading. All right, some things you may not understand completely, but you're going to come into that understanding as the situation surrounding your evolution, your growth begins to kind of pan out, so you can see the full picture. Okay, now in the ending outcome position, we have, I've always enjoyed enjoying things. I love this. I love this card right here. Okay. Somebody is really exploring what gives them joy, what brings them joy. What they find pleasure in. Someone's exploring that and looking at the things that you don't enjoy. And if you don't enjoy it, it's like you may be eliminating a lot of things, and filling your world and your life up with more of the things that you actually enjoy doing. I'm going to read this acting strange on the other end of the universe card. It says, if you are truly in your own lane, there is no competition. Be an original. Okay. So you are showing up like truly in your authentic self. Okay. And you're learning what that is, and you're stepping into that. You're putting it on. I love it. I love it. I love it. We're going to get some more, okay? We're going to get some more energy here. Let's see what's going on. You can find a lot of people maybe looking at you strangely. Maybe a lot of people are starting to stare at you. You don't know why. Maybe when you go to, go out the house, you go to your local coffee shop, or you go to the grocery store, you go sit at the park. I don't know. But it could be that you're experiencing a lot of people, like you're looking up and people are staring at you. Okay? People are staring at you. It feels like someone is like, sometimes you're outside, but you're still in your own world. And I love that. I love that. Okay, just be aware of your surroundings. All right. But yeah, you could be experiencing a lot of people staring. You could be experiencing a lot of things, tasting different, smelling different. Some of your favorite things that you've always enjoyed could even be tasting differently, hopefully better to you. Or you're just finding joy in the simple things. Even things that you've always normally done, you're finding a different kind of joy in that. Okay. All right. Clarify, expand here in the situation. Spirit, please. Sacred rest. Someone in the collective, this energy that you're in, this beautiful expansion that you're enjoying right now, that you're experiencing right now, is coming off of the heels of like an intense spiritual fight, shadow work, healing, fighting maybe some sort of obstacle or challenge in your reality, in your life, healing from traumas, something that was intense, something that maybe was high energy. Okay, so like if you were in a period of dealing with spiritual attacks or spiritual growth or shedding certain things, maybe shadow integration, it feels like it was a period of intensity. And now you're kind of entering into this sacred rest period, okay, where you can kind of stretch out a little bit. Deep transformation requires balance. Exhaustion is not a badge of honor, okay? I feel like somebody is seeing maybe what you're working on, the kind of job you do. Excuse me. You're seeing things differently. Not wearing yourself out, not overdoing too much, but really just kind of growing in your own authenticity. Okay. Tell us more, Spirit. What is this sacred rest? Abandonment echo. Okay. So something's being put to rest in your energy field. I don't know. You may have been healing from abandonment wounds, and those wounds are now no longer there. Abandonment's echo is being put to rest. And I feel like it is bringing, or it's come, I don't know if if healing from the abandonment is creating this new version of you. I feel like that is how that's happening. But simultaneously, this new version of you and you embracing your authenticity is also pushing back on any abandonment wounds. Okay, because it's like you're getting comfortable in your own skin. You're getting comfortable in the sound, in the frequency of your own voice, right? You're getting comfortable in your own, self-awareness and self-definition, right? So abandonment's echo is what's being put to rest. Recognize where feelings of rejection stem from. Trust that you are never truly alone. So somebody's been working with their spirit team so intensely that you now realize, like, even when you thought you were alone in the past, or when you felt you were alone, you were never alone. You had your spirit guides, you had the Most High, you had the divine source, your ancestors, whatever it is that you devote yourself to here. Okay, so abandonment's echo is being put to rest. All right. You're not exhausting yourself with the energy of rejection or abandonment. You're too busy growing. You're too busy learning more about you. You're too busy taking responsibility for your own life to be worried about who doesn't want to support, or who doesn't want to love, or who doesn't want. It's like somebody stopped fighting a fight. You stop protesting. Okay, when it comes to maybe people around you and the treatment that you've experienced from loved ones, from family, from your peer circle, from lovers, whatever that is for you. Okay, you're too busy learning to love you. All right, let's look at this desired goal. You're on the other side of the universe acting strange. Tell me more. It's like somebody prefers their own company now. You know what I mean? Shadow integration. I love it. I love it. Shadow integration. Yeah. The shadow integration has exposed you to a lot spiritually. Wow, this is beautiful. Healing comes when you stop fighting your darkness instead learn from it. So yeah, somebody stop fighting against their own shadows, but begin to use their shadows as lessons to be learned. And by doing so, you have integrated your shadows. Okay, and so now it's like somebody is really enjoying the newfound limitlessness. You know what I mean? I'm even picking up someone is like exploring shape shifting and just, looking at your animal totems and all of the things that you have spiritually at your disposal here. Clarify shadow integration. Your inner light. Wow. Okay. Somebody is discovering where all the colors are. I love it. You're discovering all of the colors that make you you. All of their different shades, tones, expressions. Even in the depths of shadow, your soul remains luminous. Never lose sight of it. I love it. Definitely a lot of soul exploration. Exploring who your soul is, what's in your soul, what lessons need to be learned, what shadows need to be integrated, what traumas need to be healed. Somebody's been doing a lot of past life regressive work as well. And this is producing this expansion, okay? Like doors are opening. Like when you go in the spirit, when you meditate, when you take private fellowship time with your spirit team, with your soul, with your spirit, it's like I'm seeing somebody kind of like running from one door, opening it, being amazed, and then running to another door. And so it's like you're kind of like in your own inner playground. You're on your own inner playground, okay? Your own amusement park within. I already know which deck I want to use at some point in this reading. Hold on, because I don't get to use it that often. We're going to use this one. Inner Worlds Oracle cards. Okay, let's clarify. All right, so in the conflict position, it says, I am brand new. Plus the teenager, the childhood, the baby you, and source. Okay, so again, someone has definitely been doing a lot of past life, regressive work, but also a lot of past healing work from your past lifetime and this current lifetime. Okay. You could be a Cancer. Somebody could be a Cancer. You could be seeing the number 69 a lot, or the number 6. It's something about the 15-year-old version of you. Something may have happened when you were 15. that you've been healing from. Rebirth and renewal. Mm. You are emerging from this darkness transformed. The new version of you is waiting. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, baby. The new version of you is showing up. Somebody's going through a complete rebirth, being renewed, being restored, being revived. So this is like someone going through a death process, and you're now at the phase of, like, you know, like that scarab beetle, you know, the totem of the scarab beetle. I'm going to use some animal totems as well. Thank you, Spirit. Let me see now. Where's that one? Who knows? Oh, here it is. I'll use that too. Okay, because you definitely could be exploring different aspects of spirituality. Clarify, rebirth, and renewal. Breaking mental chains. Old belief systems can keep you stuck. Be willing to challenge and rewrite them. Somebody is releasing certain toxic inner dialogue that they may have picked up from their younger self, from the experiences from their childhood, things that they may have been told, or they may have been treated a certain way, or you may have been, made to shrink yourself. So there's something about your inner dialogue, or how you were perceiving yourself before, that you are being set free from. Betrayal's scar. Okay? Betrayal scar. Codependency patterns. So yeah, it could have a lot to do, as it usually does, with inner child healing here that someone's been on a quest to accomplish. Clarify, relax. It's still just the loading screen. This is showing up in the change position. Now I have 3 cards here that fell out. I was going to put them back, but I'm going to keep them. We have releasing judgment. Do not fear your darkness. You are not good or bad. You are a human evolving. And then we have spiritual bypassing. Avoiding pain with positivity delays growth. Embrace the full spectrum of your emotions. So if you're very emotional right now, if you are very, like, I don't know, I'm feeling like somebody has a lot of energy though. You know, like a lot of energy, but it may feel like nervous energy, or it may feel a little bit anxious. There's a need to relax. There's a need to kind of, especially if you are having unsolicited spiritual experiences, like, you know, you're going to go to bed, you're going to go to sleep as usual, and you end up astral projecting, or you end up in a lucid dream, and maybe that's something you know about but you weren't quite used to. You're not quite used to something. There could be some spiritual phenomenon going on around someone, and you are feeling a little bit anxious about it. Maybe there's a need to just relax. Okay, but embrace the full spectrum of your emotions as well. Surrender to the change that is happening for you. Resistance creates suffering. Flow with transformation rather than against it. So this change may be a little bit unnerving. Okay? It may be a little bit unnerving. And now this could be unnerving for someone else in your life though as well. You may be completely fine because you've been processing through it, which means you're prepared for it. But this may be unnerving someone else. Someone is having to, kind of surrender here to the fact that you have changed. Okay? And that you are embracing the full spectrum of your emotions. Clarify, I've always enjoying things, spirit showing up in the outcome position. Something is coming to completion with the number 45 on that card. Your inner critic. Challenge the voice of self-doubt. It is often shaped by past conditioning, not truth. Something you have always enjoyed, maybe at one point you had put it down, you had stopped doing it, you stopped expressing it, you stopped seeing yourself that way, you stopped exploring it because there was this inner critic. And that inner critic was actually the voice of maybe someone else from a past like timeline when you were younger. Okay, so somebody's childhood, and this happens to a lot of us. Again, this reading could apply to a lot of us here, but there's certain aspects of your inner dialogue that actually don't belong to you. It comes from the environment, it comes from the influence of your childhood and the people that were responsible for caring for you. So, something you have enjoyed, the things that you have enjoyed, you're no longer allowing yourself to criticize or put yourself down or cause yourself to doubt that you have the right to enjoy these things. Okay? Give me one more, Spirit. So, anytime that inner critic tries to come up, you can kind of alchemize it by focusing on the fact that what you are about to do or what you are about to express is something that brings you joy. Lean into the joy in those moments when that inner critic makes you want to kind of shrink or doubt yourself, okay? Clarify. I really didn't want to. She says you're going to get two anyway. The unseen truth. Look beyond illusions. Sometimes the greatest wisdom is hidden in the discomfort. So you may be about to take a leap of faith towards something that may be a little bit unfamiliar to you, but it's something that you desire. It's something that brings you pleasure. It's something that you may love to do or you love to experience. Okay? So in that, there is this energy of, leaping into the unknown. Leaping into the unknown. Don't be hard on yourself about what it is you don't know, but really celebrate what it is you have come to know, you have learned, and the growth that you have accomplished. Soul contracts and lessons. The people who trigger you most are often your greatest spiritual teachers. And so that's, again, kind of bringing in the energy of the people around you. Maybe they are the ones that haven't seen this side of you before. Before I go to that one, let me get this one. There is also some things you're learning that you may have been critiquing yourself on or overly criticizing yourself on, that Spirit is confirming that conversation, that inner dialogue, that energy of you self-doubting, that energy of you shrinking yourself, that inner critic was developed by people in your life that you had soul contracts with, and that you also had lessons that you were going to learn by being in relationship to those people. Okay, so really don't be hard on yourself here. Whoever this is in the collective that is reverberated with this message, this is really a phase to celebrate, okay? Because it's like you're looking at everything that you've thought, everything that you have perceived yourself to be, that life could be for you, and you're seeing where you can take off the limitations, okay? That you don't have to live your life according to somebody else's rules, regulations, or their critiques. Past life. A lot of past life healing someone in the collective has been doing here. Your past has shaped who you are today, but it doesn't define you. Perhaps you've been dwelling too much on past memories. Look at how those experiences have helped you grow, but know that you are constantly evolving. So do not become overwhelmed in the process of healing from childhood wounds, healing from past life wounds. Do not become overwhelmed. And a lot of it, you're going to realize that you no longer need to internalize because it was trauma that was passed down to you. It was never really yours, but it became yours. You can release it, okay? Sturdy. A strong foundation is the key to success. Are you feeling uncertain about something? Focus on building a solid base in whatever you're working on. It will provide long-term stability. So like I said, you could be taking a leap into the unknown as it relates to something you're working on. Okay? Something you're working on. Continue to lay a strong foundation. Your spirit team is laying a strong foundation within you, stabilizing areas that may have felt unstable before. You're also connecting the dot, like you're connecting the dots between your decisions that you have made in your life and what trauma that it was connected to. Okay? Not all of them, of course, but maybe some of the relationships and the things you've experienced in relationship to people, your the relationship to finances and money, your relationship to your self-expression and how you go about doing that, or whether you even allow yourself to do it. It's like you're doing the inner work to trace back your lived reality to your inner trauma so that you can like rewire your thinking. Okay, rewire the way you see yourself, unlearn and relearn, okay, the truth as to who you are at the soul and spirit level, okay? Give me more, spirit. What's going on? Inspiration. So you are tapping into these new inspirations, new things, some simple things that are inspiring you. You're recovering things that you were inspired to do when you were young, but you were made to feel like maybe you wouldn't be successful at it, or you were not supported in it, right? But you're rediscovering these inspirations. Inspiration is sparking within you, lighting the way forward. Have you felt stuck lately? Reconnect with what excites you. It will reignite your creativity and your motivation. So stay tapped into what inspires you. Stay tapped into the energy of expansion and exploration. Reflection. Reflection brings deep insight. Have you been avoiding self-reflection? Take time to sit with your thoughts and feelings. Your inner world holds the answers you seek. Somebody definitely decided to face their past. Face their past. Intentionally and for the purpose of gaining new stability, acquiring new inspiration. You know, it feels like you're being inspired by things that maybe you might have just walked past, or you might have seen it before. Maybe it's you know, a something as simple as the beauty of a flower that's been growing in front of your door for 17 years, but you never really noticed it. I mean, you noticed it, but you didn't notice it. You know what I mean? And so now you're starting to see, as you begin to understanding the energy of plants and the energy of flowers. You know, it could be the simplest thing, you know what I mean? But there's a lot that's being reflected to you. Okay? And you're being inspired also to be a reflection of the healing and the releasing and the unshackling that you have forged for yourself. You're inspired to be a reflection of that. Or you are being a reflection of that, okay? Link, attract. Link, attract. Okay. You are attracting people and opportunities that align with your energy. Are you dissatisfied with your current surroundings? Shift your mindset and energy, and you begin attracting what you desire. So just relax, because you could be making a lot of connections right now to like-minded people, to people who match your energy. And maybe that's new for you. Okay. And then you could have been coming out of a deep period of isolation and solitude as well. This does feel like a certain phase of your healing journey that may have caused you to kind of isolate a little bit. And now, as you're expanding, as you're growing, as you're following what inspires you, and as you are reflecting this healed, this new version of you, it is linking you to people who resonate with your energy. Okay. So that may be where the anxiety is coming in. That may be where Spirit is saying, just breathe. Because you might be a little introvert, extrovert here, but you was leaning on the introvert side. And now you are feeling more comfortable to kind of explore that extroverted energy. And it's drawing people into you. New friendships, new opportunities. But you're making connections here, okay? So continue to surrender to those connections. As long as they feel good, intuitively, you feel safe, things of that nature. We have boundary here. Setting healthy boundaries is crucial for your well-being. Do you feel overwhelmed by others? Clearly define your limits to protect your emotional and mental space. So at the same time, what Spirit is saying, as you are making these connections, absolutely follow your intuition with the connections. Trust your intuition with these opportunities, and keep your boundaries established. When you need to go introverted, go introverted. It's okay. You know what I mean? Because if you are an introvert, extrovert like me, but I lean heavily on the introverted, but I have my moments with the extroverted, but it's going to be short because I'm going home. I just don't want you to know I'm not staying out here long, okay? You know what I mean? It's like I finally gotten to the place to where I'm okay with that. It's that I like to be home. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with that. I also do like to get out, but more often than not, I prefer in the house with some music, a little something to drink, a little movie playing, some cool people, and we can chill. All that out the door stuff, maybe. We'll see. What time? Who gonna be there? You know what I mean? So just go with the flow. I love this energy for someone in the collective. Let's look at this animal totem here. Because I feel like that scarab beetle with that 69 coming in, you could be a Cancer. I think I said that already. Okay. Transformation, Phoenix rising energy. That kind of energy is showing up. And because you are exploring your inner universe, then I want to see what animal totems you may be stumbling across, okay, in your essence. What that is? We got the frog out here. Transformation. Transformation. This is a powerful time of change. You are being called to connect with the world of emotions and feminine energies. Oh, yes, 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 yes. You may also need to engage a process of cleansing, whether it's physical, emotional, or spiritual or energetic. Okay? So you're in a transition. Stay on top of your cleanses. You know, a powerful period of change. Heavy feminine energies. You may be working with certain... Now that's going to make me get the other deck. You may be working with certain feminine energies, deities, individuals in your ancestral connection. Tell us more. What animal totems are showing up? Wow. The bat. They both of these cards say transition. From the old to the new is what I just heard Spirit say. From the old to the new. You must pay attention to the signs around you. The transition may seem frightening at first, but you must let go of old habits and patterns that no longer serve your higher calling. They would only hinder your growth. So you're in a transition. Again, you've been in a transition, shedding, letting go of things, old habits, old ways of thinking about yourself, gaining new vision, a higher vantage point is what I'm hearing Spirit say. It's time to look inward with an attentive eye. Allow your heart to guide you, and opportunities you never dreamed were possible will present themselves when you least expect it. Get ready for greatness. So you may have a vision, okay? And what I mean by vision is like you're a visionary. You have something you want to accomplish, but you definitely have accomplished gaining a higher vantage point as you're coming out of this shedding period and this transition. The hummingbird, lightness. Because what I'm looking at with this frog is like Spirit is saying, frogs are land, water creatures, right? But then you have the bat, which is, yes, a flying creature, but nocturnal. You know what I mean? So you've gone through a dark period here, but you're now coming out as this ego, under this ego energy, and it's like you can see clearly in the day, you can see clearly in the night. Okay, you can actually traverse your emotional body, your waters, quite easily now. And you can come up on land and do what you got to do and be climbing all over trees and stuff and getting all in people's way. And folks like, it's a frog. You can do that too. Hummingbird. It is time for you to pursue your dreams with determination. By doing this, you will make them a reality. Joy is just around the corner, but you have to believe that it is possible to manifest your visions. Stop waiting and doubting. So stay light, stay light. Stay as light as a hummingbird. You know what I mean? The swan, love. You have found your soulmate, or they are just around the corner. Remember that when two souls are destined to be together, they always find their way back to each other. All those things you've had to go through were worth it. Now, I'm going to take this as, yes, it could be that you're about to come into a soulmate connection. Okay, it definitely could be that, and it doesn't have to be and or, but it could also be, and probably is, if a soulmate is getting ready to come towards you or you're getting ready to stumble across a soulmate, it is coming because you have raised your vibration as it relates to the frequency of love. This is really giving me a balance between your masculine and feminine aspect. It's giving me unconditional love for self first, right? It's giving me self-love that's leading you to a soulmate connection, okay? Control, lion. If you have moderate aggressive impulses, this is an invitation to control your temper. You are encouraged to explore how to express your needs or thoughts more openly and constructively to reduce your level of frustration. And I feel like with this lion, it's like you're controlling your temper, but it's really not controlling it. It's almost like where there may have been triggers, where there may have been pressure points that could easily trigger you into maybe trying to control the outcome, maybe getting frustrated when you can't. It's almost like your transition is calming that area of control, okay? That area of like being frustrated when something doesn't go your way or it's not going the way you want it to in the time that you want it to, okay? I'm gonna get just a couple of these, Spirit. Time go by so fast when you enjoy what you do. All right. Solitary reverie. Solitude, introspection, reverie, quiet reflection, processing thoughts, feelings, inner stillness, personal space, simple pleasures. Under your inner light, solitude becomes a sanctuary. Sit quietly, reflect gently, and your own company holds profound wisdom. I told you somebody is really enjoying their own company right now. All right. Somebody is really enjoying their own company. And you're learning a lot about yourself. You're gaining new wisdoms in this solitary reverie, okay? Wild crown. Wild activities, blooming ideas, unconventional beauty, unique wisdom, structure versus freedom, inner garden, vibrant thoughts. Even from ordered paths, wild beauty blooms. Wear your crown of unique thoughts with pride. It is magnificently yours. I love it. Your uniqueness. Embracing your uniqueness. Inner universe. Inner exploration. Vast potential. Internal landscape. Self-awareness, inner wisdom, unique consciousness. It's something about you and your spiritual essence and what you're going to offer to those around you and to humanity in a general way. It's something about it that is very unique. It's like you have a unique point of view, a unique spiritual vantage point. Okay? Let love, for what you do and for who you are, assist you in periods where you may want to relapse into trying to control the outcomes, being nervous about the outcomes, overly critiquing yourself. You know what I'm saying? I'm picking up heavy, someone may have wrestled with perfectionism, okay? So let your self-love like kind of rule or govern that area of yourself that will overly critique yourself or try to, get anxious when you don't know how things are going to pan out, okay? And watch out for people trying to control you with love, all right? Because make sure they love you the way you require, right? Like not settling for someone else's. If it's not up to par, it's just not up to par. Okay. We have inner universe here. Within you orbits a universe of feeling, thought, and potential. Look inward. The cosmos awaits its own curious explorer. I like it. I like it a lot. Anything else, Spirit? I'm going to get a couple of these. So don't fight it. Don't fight the transformation. Don't fight the feeling, baby. Don't fight it. Don't fight it. Freedom. I no longer want this fiery ring of resentment to block the good. Release me from its bonds. Deepening. Once you're on earth for enough lifetimes, your old soul will begin to long for non-grasping, detachment, and surrender. They bring the peace of the divine. Give me one more. Energetic clearing. During crisis, the Holy One herself may be emptying you of fear and attachments, preparing you to receive her luminous plan. So there is a deep energetic clearing, look, an expansiveness, extraordinary. Allow it to happen, baby. Let it happen. Let it happen to you. Okay? Good things are on the horizon for whoever you are that resonate with this message. You are on the right path, okay? And your spirit team is supporting you. They got your back, they got your front, all right? Release what needs to be released, embrace what needs to be embraced, and continue to enjoy your journey, all right? All right, collective, this has been the message. A beautiful reading, beautiful reading. Let me know in the comments how it reverberated for you, all right? Thank you to all of my returning subscribers, Starseed family, Soul Tribe. You know your girl rock with you tough. All right. Love you. Thank you for all of your comments, your likes, your shares, your super thanks, all of that beautiful energy. To all of my new viewers, welcome in. I'm glad you are here, and I'm glad you're going to stay, right? So you're going to subscribe, right? Right? Yeah. I know it. You're going to subscribe. You're going to push the subscribe button, and then you're going to push the notification button, because why would you not? Why would you not? Good energy over here on this platform. Okay? And I try to keep it that way. All right? I love you guys. If anybody is in need of a personal reading, link is in the description, okay? When you go to the website, scroll down, you'll see 2 steps. If you complete both steps, it will help ensure that you'll get your reading back in a timely fashion, okay? Please keep in mind, please note that I do not do personal readings on Saturday and Sunday. So if you book on Thursday and Friday, don't be alarmed if you don't hear back until like the early next week, okay, of the next week. More than likely, it'll be Monday or Tuesday when you get your reading, okay? So go ahead and book, but just be mindful that you probably will not be receiving your reading back over the weekend, okay? All right, fam. I think that's it. That's all. Like, share, hype it up if you have one to spare. And I'll see you guys on the next one, all right? Peace.